We're hosting an onboarding webinar series to give our users a tour into the app's features. This onboarding webinar series will help you learn how PageFly works so you can build your powerful store and launch responsive websites in a quick and correct way. Our webinar series will cover from the most fundamental points to the advanced rules about PageFly, what functions and elements we have, and how you can utilize them. Once you've understood the app, you can build your store with a high conversion rate very quickly and easily. And I want you to know that PageFly is not only an app provider, but also a dedicated companion, a sidekick, and an advisor. And we're always happy to help you build your online store step by step. And in today's webinar, I'm very honored to talk about the topic, how to turn PageFly's templates into your pages. This webinar will be divided into two main parts. In the first part, it will be about general understanding of PageFly's templates. And the second part, I will guide you on how to customize a PageFly template to be your own page. So, right, I won't let you wait anymore. Let's get started now. Okay, we'll go to the PageFly editor. And I'm going to create a new page. So before going into details, I actually want to explain a little bit more about the major values of PageFly templates and how to access the templates from different sources. Let's begin with PageFly template values. PageFly provides a wide range of templates for multiple categories, such as multiple niches, multiple quantities, and they are constantly released and updated, as well as being deeply researched on best user experience and conversion rate optimization. Next, PageFly templates help you to start building your store in a quick and beautiful way, or they can also be considered as a reference of design to optimize your existing pages in case you don't want to rebuild it from the beginning. In this webinar, we will talk about how to choose a template that meets your needs and desires, and then customize it as you demand. Moving on to how to access to the templates library, there are two basic ways to do it. For those who already installed the app, you can access the template library in the app by clicking in the creating page template like this. And for those of you who have not yet installed the app, you can head to the website PageFly and get the templates from there. In the app, there are options for you to search for the templates by the filter or by the search bar here. And you can sort the way it displays with the sort by feature here. It has the update date or the most used in a week, month, or year, as you can see. And we can also preview it for both desktop and mobile, like this. Okay, now we're going to look for the template we're going to use for this webinar. So I'm going to use the filter tool for holiday page. And once we've selected the template that we want to use, we can simply click on it. Just one moment to find the template here. And then we can click in the select template button like this. Just for your information, if you need me and my team to provide any link or data source, please feel free to let us know, guys, all right? Okay. As I said, we would like to use a Christmas template, which is sparkling here as an example, since Christmas is in the air and Christmas is one of the biggest sales seasons of the year that no merchant wants to miss, to take advantage of this chance to convert sales, right? So first and foremost, before going into deep customizing the templates, you should have in mind how many sections you want to have and how you want your layouts to look, the design style, etc. So in this case, we're going to customize a Christmas landing page with 11 sections. So I'm going to select this template first. Okay, so from the beginning to the end, we're going to have 11 sections in this page. The first section, we will keep this hero banner. The section 2 will be shipping information. Section 3 is a collection list. We're going to delete this one, and I'm going to delete just the row so I can keep the section, and I will use it later. And down below we have the fourth section, which is a count and timer. This one we're going to keep it as well. Down below we have a product list. We will be keeping this one too. Section 6 and 7 will be deleted, so I'm going to delete the sections now. And I'm actually going to assign this product list now so we can use it later. Let me just check on it real quick. Okay, I will select this product list, and I'm going to go to General tab, and I'm going to click here in the custom collection option to select the collection we're going to use. And I'm going to use this collection, which is Christmas collection 1. Okay, this one looks nice. And down below, we have another product list. So I'm going to delete this section. We don't really need it. Down below, we have a banner section. We're going to use it later, so we'll keep it too. I'm also going to keep this product list. Down below, we have this testimonial section. We will be keeping this one too. And finally, we have this form in the bottom section. We're going to keep this section as well. And we're going to be customizing some of its styling for it to look better. We will discuss what we're going to use it for later in the webinar. So just a moment to look it up real quick. Just for your information, guys, as I said earlier, if you need me and my team to provide any link or data source, just let us know. You can also send your questions in the chat box, and we will try to reply all of them. Okay, so I will scroll to the very top, and let's get started with the first section, which is the hero banner. And as you can see, we have a hero banner, which will be the first section of this page. And you can add more text or remove any text element we currently have in this section. If you don't like the one we currently have, we can select the text element, and we can either duplicate it by clicking here, the duplicate icon from the toolbar, or we can delete it like this. If we go to General tab, we have the content option, which I can use to customize the text. So for this example, I'm going to be making some changes here in the text. I'm going to, first of all, I'm going to select this column, and I'm going to go to the styling tab, and I'm going to remove this padding that we currently have here so I can center this text like this. And then I go to styling tab, text alignment, and I'm going to center it. That looks best and better, I mean. And I'm also going to change the content of the text. I will replace this heading here. Always trying to increase to keep the Christmas vibe. I'm going to go with Christmas sales like this. Okay. And I'm going to do the same for the paragraph. I will replace this text, and I'm going to type something like, let's make this holiday season a joyful and wonder filled one. Okay, that looks nice. Now I'm also going to replace the background image like this. I'm going to select this section and I will go to styling tab here. Down below, I will go to the background option here, background image. I will click here to select the image from the image manager. And I'm going to select this image that we previously uploaded for this. Going to select it. Just wait for it to load. If I click in here in more settings, we have the background options. We can adjust the background size. We can adjust background attachment. For what we need right now, cover will be the best option. Okay, it is already centered as we can see. So that looks good. I'm going to just adjust padding a little bit like this. I'm going to reduce it from the top. I will go with, okay, 150 pixels from the top and 170 from the bottom. Okay, this looks nice. Okay. And I think we're currently set for this section. I can also select the bottom for you guys to know, and we can go to styling tab, and I can adjust the bottom in either the normal state, the mouse over state, which is the style that we will see when we hover over the bottom, or also the active state, which is the style of the bottom when it is currently clicked. And as you can see, if I select the mouse over state, we have a different content color and a different background color. And that is the style we will see when we hover over the bottom, okay? I like the style we currently have, so I will keep it. Again, guys, if you have any question, please let me know, and we'll try to reply to all of them. Okay, let me know if you have any question. Okay, how to get the image size in a template. There are some ways to do it. We can select the section or the element that we have applied this image to, and I can go to the image manager like this. And if I click here in this pen icon, as you can see, it will show us the size of the image that we are using. So this is a good way for you to find the exact size of your image. We can also customize it from here. I'm not going to do it for this example, but as you can see, I can reduce the size just in case you need to do it. Okay, so let me close this real quick. So scrolling down to the section number 2, which is the benefits section here. For my campaign, it looks perfect, so I will keep the exactly same layout. So just the content of the items. I mean, actually, I will keep the section as it is. I think it looks nice. I will go down below. And as I said previously, we're going to be adding a product details element for this section. So I'm going to drag and drop a product details. I can click here in the add Shopify element icon here from the left toolbar, and I will click here in the product details option. Okay, once I have drag and drop this product details element, it will display the product information such as the title and product price. First of all, I'm going to find the product that I want to use. I'm going to select the product details element and we'll go to general tab. As you can see, it is stock in custom product, and this is because this is a regular page, so we have no product assigned to this page, and it is not possible for us to set it to set the product source to pull the product data automatically, and that's why it is stock to custom product. If this was a product page, we could set it to auto, but we cannot do it for regular pages. I'm going to click here in the select button to use the product I'm going to use. And I previously prepared a product for this example. We have to create the product first in the Shopify admin for this in the product options. So the Shopify editor can pull the data from Shopify first. So once the product has been set, we can simply assign the product to the product details element, and all the product data will be pulled automatically. So as you can see, all the product data such as title, descriptions, quantity, variants, etc., is synchronized automatically from Shopify, and you can delete or style any of these elements. Okay, so if you want to change any of this information, these changes will need to be made from Shopify. You cannot do it from PageFly, as this data is synchronized automatically as explained. Okay, so guys, be careful with that you have to adjust this information from your Shopify admin. Okay, now that we have the product that we want to use, I'm going to customize this section a little bit. I'm going to change the styling of the product title first, and I have this color that I do like, and I'm also going to use it here for this section. So I don't have to go through each options to copy the styles. I'm simply going to click here in the copy styles button here. Then I'm going to select the product title and click here in the past titles icon. And I'm going to allow this, and you can see it is applied automatically. So this will save us a lot of time. I'm going to reduce the font size a little bit. All this can be done from styling tab. I'm going to reduce it to 33. Okay, this looks better. And I'm going to add some margin down below so I can add some space in between the product title and product price. For the product price, I'm going to select this element, and I want to also show the compared price. So I'm going to select the product price element, and be careful when you're selecting the product price element that you are actually selecting the product price and not just the price element that is nested inside, because otherwise you're not going to see some of these options. Okay, so I will select it and go to General tab, Price Display, and I will click here. And now, as you can see, I can now show my compared price. Now I'm going to select this price, which is the actual price of the product, and I'm going to increase font size a little bit. Let's go with 36 pixels. Now I'm going to select product price again, and I'm going to choose a different font style just to keep Christmas vibes. I think Montserrat looks better. We don't really need a product variant element for this, so I'll delete it. And I'm going to choose Montserrat font style for this as well. Okay, this looks nice. Okay, and it is also important that we should add some third-party elements like review or bundle to make our product reviews, to make our products more attractive and reliable. And this can actually increase our conversion rate. So for this product, I would like to use Lux Review app as a social proof, which can showcase people are approving our product. And you can do this by going to the add third-party element from the left toolbar like this. Click here on the settings icon. I'm going to close this. You can click here in the settings icon as explained in the top. If you haven't enabled yet, I have already enabled this option, so I don't really, as you can see, if I select the enabled items I currently have, I already have the Lux Reviews widget here, so I will close it. I'm going to select it, and I'm going to drag and drop a star rating here under my product title like this. Okay, this looks nice. And there's a tip for you guys with the start rating. You should only put realistic rating here, like 4.8 or 4.9 out of 5. Okay, this might sound silly, but yes, many customers will find your product and rating real and reliable. And for the bundle, if you want to add any, if you're using a product page, you can add, let's say, both bundle element or upsell or any upsell app in the Christmas campaign. Okay, and the process will be the same. You can go here to the add third-party elements and search for the app that you want to use, and simply drag and drop the widget here into the product details. Guys, if anything is unclear, please do not hesitate to drop me a message here in the chat box, okay? Let's see. Yes, hi all, could we get a recording to be able to go through this slowly after? Okay, of course you can. The entire webinar will be uploaded later to the YouTube channel, so you can check on it later or refer to a friend, so don't worry about that. Do you have any product details templates? And can I add it into this page? Okay, this has already been replied. Can I use a section from other templates on this one? Yes, you can use the save section feature for that. You can create and save your sections, and you can use it. You can use it later for your pages. It can be used on both your PageFly pages. If you have a 2.0 theme, you can also use it in your Shopify pages from your theme customizer. So yeah, you can totally can. We do have a tutorial for that in our help center. So if you want to learn more about saved sections, make sure to check it out. How can I change the position of the section? You can rearrange the position of sections, columns, rows, or elements easily in the page outline like this. I will show you real quick. We can click here in the show page outline feature, and by clicking here in these dots, I mean, we can simply drag and drop the sections back and forth, okay, to change the position. And this can actually be done with any element. I can adjust heading like this to change the sort order. Or we can also click here in this move icon and simply drag and drop elements like this. I will do it with this heading. I can move it down below like this. I'm going to move it back to the top. So yeah, it is actually very easy. Is there, okay, we have another question. Is there a template for showing two products in the same row? Yeah, this can totally be done. I mean, you can simply select the row like this, and I can go to General tab here. As you can see, we currently have two columns. The best option actually for showing two products in the same row would be to use a product list. And you can use it to display two products. I will go to that later on, because we're going to create some product list in this page as well. So I will show you how to create how to use several products in the same row. Don't worry about that. Okay, so let's go back to the next section, which is the countdown timer. And I am running a set promotion for some products, so countdown timer is a great option. And I'm going to turn off the page outline option here. Okay, so you can see it better. That's nicer. And as I said, showing a timer rolling backwards, which will communicate how much time remains before a given action should be taken. And this will show urgency is authentic and not just made up. This is a really good practice to increase your conversion rate this holiday season. In this countdown timer, I will change the heading here by selecting it. And as I previously did for the hero section, I'm going to select it and go to General tab. And I'm going to, let me see, Christmas is coming soon. This actually looks nice. Let me just check on it real quick. What I will do will be to select the entire section instead, and I'm going to go to General, to Styling tab, I mean, and I'm going to change the background image for this section. I previously prepared a different image for this section, and I'm going to use this one. Okay, this looks better. And I'm going to adjust padding in this section a little bit. Let's go with 200 pixels on top and bottom. Okay, down below we have another product list, and for the question that we had previously about if it is possible to show two products in the same row, you can do this with a product list. I mean, you can also do it with product details by adding a 2-column layout and adding a product details element inside of each column. But this is actually an easier way to do it. If you have previously created a collection for this, we can simply select the product list here. And I'm going to show only 3 products here. As you can see, this creates an empty space. And this is because if I go to General tab here, you can see it is currently set to show 4 items per loading and per row. And we only have 3 products in this collection. So I will reduce it to 3. Here and here. I'm sorry for that. Just one moment. Okay, this is better. And I'm gonna show you guys a little trick here so we can make this looks nicer. Just one moment. I'm going to select the product title here, and I will go to Styling tab. And if I scroll down below and go to Advanced, we can add some CSS code here. If you're not very familiar with custom code or CSS, that is okay. This is actually very simple. I'm going to add a min height for the product title, and I will go with 60 pixels. And as you can see, every time I apply some styling to the products in the product list, it will also affect the other products in the product list like this. And you have to be careful with that. If you want to make specific customizations just for one of the products, you might not want to use a product list. You can do this. You can still do this by adding a several columns layout and adding a product element inside of each column. But if we're using a product list, the styling will be the same for every product. Okay, by adding this minimal height to the product title, I've managed to align the buttons, the product titles, and also the product price. Okay, so this looks better than what we previously had. And now I'm gonna scroll down below to the next section. And similar to the hero banner in the first section above, I will change the heading and the description of this section. Okay, I'm going to select this heading and we'll go to General tab. And I'm going to go with Decorate Your Home with Us. Up to 50% of selected items. Okay, this is just an example. Of course, you can use any text you want, and maybe you can add something nice that is related to the products that you are showing in your page. And I will go with something like, okay, this is nice. We already have this button styled, and I think this looks nice for what we want to create on this page. I mean, for the effect we want on this page. But I'm going to change the background image here as well. So I will select the section and go to Styling tab, as we've been doing. I will scroll down to background image, and I'm going to use this image that we have here. This looks better. And yeah, I'll leave it like this. I think this background image is okay. And down below, we have a product list section. We're going to keep it, and I'm going to select it and go to General tab, Custom Collection, and I'm going to add a different collection to it. like this. And as I did before, I'm going to reduce the number of products to 3. And this is because we currently have only 3 products in this collection. This doesn't look very nice. Actually, I'm going to reduce the size of this image a little bit. I will change image radio to make them square. I will remove the enable full width options so I can reduce the size. Actually, I will reduce the image width as well. I make them square, but this doesn't look nice. So I will change the media object fit to contain like this. And now this looks better, but we still need to center them. Like this, okay. If they are not getting centered, we can also use flex. And okay, this is the reason. And the direction is already set to be column. This means that we can use justify content to center the elements in the column vertically. But for this case, we want to use align items, insert them horizontally like this. Okay, it's better. I will add height again here. Okay, this is better. This looks really nice. And down below, we have a testimonial section. And this is a very powerful one that I would like to use because customer reviews are proof of our product quality, and it would help you build customers' trust. You can show rating stars for each product, or you can add customer reviews with both text and photos to increase the legislation. However, this section of the template does not look good for my store, so I will delete it and add another testimonial from the pre-made section of PageFly. And I'm going to select the section and I will delete it here. And by clicking here in this add new section button, I can check out the pre-made sections that we have, and I will use the filter tool to filter the testimonials. Let's say the slab testimonial section here. I will select it. Okay, so in this testimonial, we can add some stars here. I'm going to click here in the add element icon. I will search for the icon element. And I'm going to drag and drop the icon here. And I can go to styling tab and change the content color from here. I will choose a yellow color for this. Let's make it a little darker. Okay. I'm going to simply drag and drop this icon down below this text. Okay, this is better. I will duplicate it. I'm going to remove flex from here. Okay, this is better. And I will duplicate the icons again, like this. I will add some spacing in between by adding margin. Okay, and going back to the images, I will go to General tab, and from we were previously, I will reduce the size of these images a little bit, like this. And I'm going to go to Styling tab, and here in the border options, I will click in the More Settings button, and I'm going to add a 100% border radius to make the images rounded like this. This looks nice. And I will reduce the image size a little bit more. Okay, this looks nice. Now, finally, I'm going to add some padding here in the top of this column. Actually, let me see. Okay, I will do it here in the content list item. Okay, this looks nice. And here for the content list, there are some cool options that we have. if we go to general tab, we have the content list items that we currently have. And as I showed previously, for the page outline feature, we can drag and drop them to change the sort order like this. We can duplicate it, we can delete it. We can change the items per row as we would do for the product list items. The product list elements. We can also adjust the item spacing to adjust the spacing in between the content list elements, and also adjust the content position. So yeah, there are some cool options that we currently have for this element as well. And as you can see, we ended up with a different testimonial sections than the one that we were using previously. So down below, last but not least, we have a customer form element. And this form element will help you to collect the customer's data like email, phone number, or any other data for your future marketing campaign like newsletter, trigger email, email marketing, etc. And in this template, it is a customer form, and I want to use them since I want customer submissions to go to Shopify customers. For those of you who are still confused about the difference between customer form and contact form, so customer form, the submissions will go to Shopify customers, and your customers can only submit this form one time. This means that if the customer is already stored in your Shopify admin, they will not be able to submit the form again. So for contact forms, submissions will go to your email address that you have set up previously in Shopify admin, and your customers can be submitting this form multiple times. So you have to be careful with that. If you want users to be able to submit the form several times, you won't be able to use a Shopify customer form. You will have to use a contact form. Okay. So to style this form, I will add a Christmas background. Again, by selecting the section, I will go to Styling tab and background image. And I will choose this image. Okay, this looks nice. I'm going to change the color of this heading element to make it white. Like this. Okay. Actually, I think we've used the wrong image. Let me double check. Oh, no, this is because we haven't adjusted the background size. And I'm going to center it like this. Okay, this looks much better. Guys, do you have any inquiries about customer form or contact form? Please feel free to ask me right here in the chat box, and I will try to reply all of them. Yeah, why is the link not aligned? This is I think I've already replied to that in the previous sections. I'm not sure if you're asking about the content list or the product list, but as I showed previously here, for the product list, we can always add a mean height for the product elements, the product titles elements, to make them the same height. And for the, if you are actually meaning the content list item, the problem was the display of this element. We solved it by moving the icon elements below the paragraph. So yeah, I think you are actually meaning the product title elements. So please remember this. Keep in mind that we can always add some CSS code like this to keep the elements aligned. So if this is not what you meant, please let me know, and I will try to reply to your questions in more detail, in a more detailed way. Okay. Okay. Let me see if we have any other question here. Okay, if I want to add a section in the middle of the page, yeah, you can choose the add element and just drag and drop the section to any place you want. What form would I recommend for Black Friday? Okay, as I explained previously, that depends on what you want. I mean, for contact forms, as we said, submissions will go to your email address that is set up and or registered in Shopify, and your customers can submit your forms multiple times. So I personally would recommend to use a contact form element, because for customer forms, you can only submit this form once. And this can sometimes be confusing for some users because they tend to forget that they have already submitted the form. And if the form was previously submitted, it will probably show an error, and they are not gonna know why this is happening, you know. And yeah, personally, I would recommend to use a contact form to avoid this issue. I hope this replies to your question, Christian. Thank you. And okay, I've just shared with you how to customize a PageFly's template. I know you might sometimes get confused between those I just shared with you. So I'd love to answer all of your questions now. If you have any more questions, please tell me if you have any, and we'll get right to it. Can I download the template? Yeah, of course you can. You can export the template, and you can either save it on your computer or import it to another page that has PageFly installed. We do have a guide for this in our help center as well. So yeah, make sure to check out our guide for how to import and export PageFly pages. We will actually send the information to you so you can check on it later. Can I add some sections on this template to my default page? No, it won't be possible to add sections from this template to your default page. You have to either use the save section feature and save your sections as a saved section in order for you to use them in your default pages. If you're using a 2.0 Shopify template, Shopify theme, you can save the section and then go to your theme customizer and add the sections from there. But you cannot do it. It is not possible to add sections from a regular page to a default page. It is possible, though, to add more content for product and collection pages, either above or below. But for other page types, you have to use the save section feature. Okay, when you added the third-party element for looks, what does that look like on the live page, or what information is that pulling? Okay, yeah, that will pull the widget that we're adding the widget for looks reviews to the page like this, and this will put the reviews that we currently have in the looks app. So we're just adding the widget here. I'm going to actually publish this page and show you guys how it looks on live view. But I have another question that I would like to answer as well. For different devices, how to keep the same look without them getting distorted? Yeah, it is also recommendable to make specific adjustments for every device view. If I go here to mobile view, we can always use this tool here to change the view of our page across different devices like laptop, tablet, and mobile. Please keep in mind that this means different resolutions, okay? Laptop view is a smaller resolution than all devices, and we can always select a section and make adjustments under styling tab, like adjusting padding like this. I could like reduce padding a little bit like this, and this will not affect desktop view. So yeah, these are the adjustments that you can make for other devices in order to keep responsiveness and make them look nicer. I could also increase like font size here a little bit. And as I said, this will not affect the desktop view of your page. But if you're making changes like deleting elements or changing the structure of the page, like drag and drop elements and so on, this is going to affect every device, so be careful with that. As I said, you can adjust styling, and if you need to remove elements without affecting other devices, we can always select it and go to general tab, visibility here. and hide the element across devices. I'm going to publish this page now so I can show you how looks reviews will look on live view. I'm going to go choose webinar example as the name of this page. Okay. And here we can see it. Give it just one moment to load. And yeah, this is how the looks reviews widget looks live view. As you can see, it is pulling data from the looks app. We currently have 10 reviews there, and that's why it shows this number and also the stars. I think we're actually coming to the end. And once again, the webinar will be recorded and uploaded later after this event ends. So if you want to watch it again for more reference or refer to your friend, you can go to the PageFly YouTube channel later on, as I previously said. And for the Quizmaster landing page sample I've used today, you can also find its link on our YouTube channel. All right. And you can download it, export and import it to practice on your own and to see how responsibly this page works. And I hope you found this webinar helpful. Thank you very much for joining us today, and I hope to see you guys soon.